Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? I'm ploughing. Yep, as you know, ploughing is a slow, sedate job that takes hours and hours and hours to do even the smallest of fields. It just goes on and on and on, and the job never seems to finish. You never really seem to accomplish anything when you're ploughing. It just keeps dragging on and on, unless of course you're doing it like this. This is absolutely right. I've literally done, I think, like, just completed one more circuit of the field, and that is it. Since you last spoke, since I last seen you yesterday, we are still racing along with our plough. I am wondering if we actually do have time to finish all of the ploughing today. I mean, it'd be pretty cool if we could. I do want to go and try and tip out the chaff that's in the trailer, so we just drift this one on round here. I'm also thinking that maybe we just haven't noticed the multi-angle terrain, because I don't think there is any way to add it in unless the map is made ready for it. And the fact that the map has got it on there might also explain the incredible lag issues that we've been having with it. Maybe not, I don't know. There may be some connection in there, I'm not quite sure. So if we... Oh, my weekly question, first of all. I am ploughing up this field, as you can see, and we are making pretty good progress with this. When this is all ploughed up, what would you like me to plant here? Now, we need to plant some grass in order to provide food for our cows, so that they can have total mixed ration. I would like them to have total mixed ration. We've got the silage, we've just got to clamp it and get it all rolled. And then once we've dealt with the silage, we've also got straw, and I mean, we do need to get some more straw. We're going to have to sort of deal with a bit more baling and stuff that we're going to have to sort of worry about. But we can deal with that as and when we get to it. So we're going to need hay. That's the next big thing. Now, haymaking on a 4x map does sometimes have issues. I've run into issues with it before, so this might be a bit problematic. We might end up having to... I don't know, maybe we can try like using the buy bales mod or something like that, and modify the bales that we buy or something. I'm not quite sure, but we'll figure something out if we can't make hay. I'm hoping that we can just make hay bales, and then we don't need to worry about it. So... But yeah, what do you want me to plant in this field? We'll either plant sugar beet or we'll plant grass here in this massive field that we're making right here. And then whatever we don't plant in here, we will plant in field 14, which is the other one. So they're just below us where we had the maize. So we'll either do sugar beet in this field and grass in field 14, or we will do grass here in the big field, and then we'll end up doing sugar beet in field 14. So which do you want up here in this big, massive, great big field that we're ploughing up right now? Do you want grass up here, or do you want sugar beet up here? It's your vote, it's your game. Head into the comment section down below, let us know which one you want and why, and of course don't forget to actually cast your vote in the top right hand corner. And we just come up round here, so we are getting close to the end here. Let's just drift this one in round the corner there we go. I love this plough. I really do love this plough. It is fantastic. I've been having a lot of fun driving this one around. It is absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So yeah, all I did to the tractor was that I just increased the maximum revs and the I think it was like the torque ratio or something. I can't remember now, but I did show you it. There was a video that I did a couple of weeks ago to sort of show how to do basic changes, and there's several videos on what numbers you need to change around on the internet in order to give your tractor more speed and more horsepower. And then on the plough, I had to go into the actual model itself in order to make the working width wider, that I've done with other things as well now. I'm sort of getting the hang of doing this as well. I can do it fairly quickly now. I'm quite proud of myself, actually. The progress that I have made personally in modifying my mods. So I did that, and I also increased the allowable working speed on the plough, as you can see, because this is slightly faster than a regular working plough. In order to produce this mod here, and so I do get quite a few people asking if I can share the edits that I've done, and well, they won't pass them on any further, and yes, I appreciate that you probably wouldn't pass them on any further. However, it's something that is really frowned upon in the farming simulator community in general, changing someone else's mod and then sharing that change. You can change your mods as much as you like. There's nothing to stop you from doing what I've done right here. But do not upload them. Don't share them, because that takes away from the original creator's design. I make a change to a mod, it stays purely with me. I will not be sharing it, so please stop asking for the changes I've made. I'm not going to share them, and it does seem to upset some people when I say no, it's not happening. Yeah, so I'm really sorry about that, but I'm not going to be sharing any alterations I make to any mods whatsoever. It's just not going to happen. So, yeah, you may as well save yourself a refusal and not ask, because it's going to be a no every time. There's no way I'm sharing mod changes that I have done. It's not. I don't believe that it is right. I don't think it should be done. If you want a mod that actually does this, make your own. Make your own changes to a mod and then don't share it, or go to the original mod creator, ask him if he could do a silly version, and upload it, and you never know, he might be happy to do that. Some people do like the idea of it, some people don't. Some people would think that their mods being used for such a thing would be absolutely horrific and they would absolutely hate it, which is why I'm not sharing it. But yeah, so that's quite enough about that. And I have been driving around here for, well, I think it's about 7 minutes now since we started the video. We're going to do, I think we'll get down to the other end of the field, and then we're going to go and get that trailer load of chaff. I think we'll use this tractor, because I've modified, this is about the only tractor I've got at the moment that goes faster than standard. And I would like one that goes faster than standard so that we can get the chaff into the clamp. And then I'll finish ploughing this field. Well, we might come back and do a little bit more in this episode, but I'll also need to come back on here before next week to get the clamp rolled down. I'll sort of get that going. I'll set a tractor up in my own time and just have him working the clamp on courseplay, because quite frankly it's a rather dull job doing that. Even with the courseplay running, it still takes quite a long time to do the rolling. But we're doing fantastic now. We're making absolutely brilliant time with this. The size of this field is going to be phenomenal. I mean, I reckon that we've sort of doubled the width of field 15 all the way down through. No, I didn't want to press number 8. I wanted to press that one. Yeah. Field 15 and 16, we've like doubled the width of them all the way down through, because we've added a little bit on the lower side and ploughed up some of the road there. But along the top side here, all of that grass, that is now all ploughed up land, and we're going to be planting it. So that's kind of the next thing that we're going to do. I don't know yet if I'm going to plant it, just like do a standard planting. We could go and get all of our battle tractors. We've got those battle tractors all lined up. They've all got their seeders on, and we could just set them going up and down the field, and they should be okay. They just carry on and do it. And yeah, although I'm still curious about whether or not we've actually got multi-angle terrain on here, or if it's just something to do with the plough and what the plough is doing. Yeah, it's left me really confused. And I didn't notice that we didn't have... I didn't notice anything, because, you know, when we started and we set the battle tractors going and we set all the John Deere tractors going, there was no indication that they were going at a slightly different angle to normal. So I'm wondering if maybe that's something to do with courseplay, and maybe the plough is just leaving these lines on the field just because. Because if I just alter the angle slightly, it's now staying as normal. So yeah, it's leaving me a little bit confused. It might be that I'm actually overloading the engine for this particular map and it's doing something peculiar with it, and it's not multi-angle terrain at all. I really don't know. Let's just get up to this corner and see what it does. Because if I just sort of move a little bit, it's... I mean, maybe there's like a few extra angles and it's not proper multi-angle terrain. That might be it, I suppose. We come up here. We got to sort of go move in round the corner here. See how close we are to finishing. Oh, there's the extra bales. There's the bales that we did too many of. And I drifted a bit there. Now you can really see the different angles that it's sort of trying to create on the field. And coming round that way, like that. Come on up. We'll stop up on this corner. We will stop. We do need to go and do something else. So if we just get up to this end up here, and then we can go and get our trailer load of chaff from our forager. And bring that over that way. And right, if I take that off and I lift the plough like that, there, right, spin round there. Because this tractor is so powerful, I haven't changed anything else, so it's going to spend most of its time just kind of drifting crazily. I had some people asking me if I could modify that car that I was using in order to get it to jump further over the gorge, and I did actually intend to do that for this week, and then I completely forgot about it, so I apologise for that. It is on my to-do list. I would like to get that done. I'll tell you what, let's not worry about that. Let's just take this one. Actually, we don't want to go right there. We want to go quite a long way. So rather than driving, we don't need to drive on this map, do we? We can just drop that one right there. And then we can go to here. Look at how much we have done. That is fantastic. We have almost finished. It's a nice square field as well. Nice square edges. Apart from, like, we got a little bit there. And then there's a little bit there. But I'm hoping that everything will work quite neatly entirely. But did you know, when we did this up through here, there was no indication that there was multi-angle terrain or anything like that working. Right, I'll tell you what, actually we can test this. We can, let's just go onto here and start this tractor up, and we'll go over this way. Go on, tractor. You can do it. I've got complete faith in you. And we'll go to here. Now, I'm deliberately sort of putting it at a slight angle there. So then, in theory, if we press H, he should straighten up. Right, so he does straighten up, and he does go straight. Maybe it's not like proper multi-angle terrain. Maybe it's like just some extras in there. I don't know. I really have no clue on that one. So we want to go through there. This is the one that we want. Can we do this while it's got the stuff in it? Because it did say that it didn't like it last time. It's 4.3 million litres of product there. And we go like, there is no warning or anything, so that should be okay. So if we just drop that one there. Excellent. And I'll unhitch the trailer. Start this bad boy up a little bit. And we just move you over here so that you're just away from the trailer. There we go. Nope. There. I just wanted to fold that one down so it was out of the way. And oh, how's our big bud doing? 3.4 million litres. That's now actually starting to weigh down a bit. Definitely starting to weigh a little bit. Fertilizer is heavier than the rest of the products, I think. So that's why I'm filling this one up. I'm probably not going to unload it with a big bud. I'm probably going to try and find a faster. I might even use the roll-in, and we'll use that one and then unload it with that. I'd like to get going at full speed and then do the unload and sort of leave it in a great big long line. I think that could look pretty spectacular, but we need to fill the thing up first, so we'll have to do that first. She's still going strong. There's actually a surprising amount of land has now been done with that machine. It is starting to look very impressive. That's all of our combines gathered in the fields. We got loads of John Deeres here. The battle tractors, they're all ready to go. I got so many. Yeah, this is one. This is the one that I'm looking for. I should have gone the other way. So we got our roll in here. What was I? There was something I was thinking of just then. Something very important. Oh, yes, I know what it is. If we go to here, several of you wanted to know about like the working life of various machines. What happened to the wheat? We stuck it in the trailer and we sold it, didn't we? Yeah, I remember now. The working life of the machines, and some of them, if you look down here, like we've had them for like a day. I have made some changes to a couple of them. We got the Welger baler. That one is now at $50. The Salford Plus Percy. I changed the vehicle life because the standard vehicle life is 600 days. So once you've had it for 600 days, it will reach the maximum amount of repair work. Well, the Salford Plough is actually on 1 day. So we will soon fast forward it to 1 day, and then you will get the repair bill for that one. This one here, if we sell the FarmTech EDK 800, the one that's currently filling up with fertilizer, selling it back to the merchant is actually going to cost us 1.3 million. Because we had it at minus, when you get it, you get the money. But then if you try to sell it back to the merchant, it ends up costing you money. And that's something that I think is absolutely brilliant. If you want to... he takes one look at the trailer and he just goes, "No, mate. No, we're not having it, mate. No, it's not going to happen." I don't know why he talks like this, but anyway, he does. He looks at it and he says, "No, mate. We ain't taking that off your hands. You're going to have to pay us to take that one, sunshine. You will have to pay us if you want us to take that one. Because I ain't littering up my yard with something like that. I'm telling you that now for nothing, sunshine. I will tell you that for nothing. All right, China? All right? Yeah." So I've no idea why in the middle of Texas you've got a Cockney, but yeah, he's there and he doesn't like the idea. Right, now, in theory, we should be able to go at a reasonable rate with this one and start unloading 4.3 million litres. Okay. And whiz that through. It's really struggling with it. It's genuinely struggling to do the tipping. That's the problem. And it's going to struggle to like squash it down as well. So if we'll have to sort of start up this end. I think, yeah, it's sort of working. If I can bring it back up a bit like this. There we go. It's getting up to the maximum that it will allow it to. I think once I've tipped as much as I can here, this is a big silage clamp. We're going to be able to fit quite a lot in here, really. I've never done this like this before. This is brilliant. And we just keep tipping. I like the way that it won't actually allow us to tip off to the side. It's not spilling out from the edges. It is a self-contained clamp. So I'm hoping that it will also do that at the ends as well when we come to do the rolling. We'll see if we can get it set up again. I know that I did do that at the beginning of the week, so it's kind of old news now. It's stuff that we've done. But I'm curious to see how well the tractor is going to be able to do it now that the clamp is completely full. I'm also thinking that it would be better if we only did one clamp at a time rather than trying to do two, because I think it doing two clamps is what was kind of confusing it last time. It seemed to be genuinely struggling with what it was trying to do, and I believe that a lot of that was to do with the fact that there was two clamps there. Right, it's starting to get a bit stuck, but the sheer power of this machine means that it's probably going to cope with it just fine. Bring that up over there. There we go. And that's the end of there. So we've already tipped 200... Yeah, we're 2 million litres of chaff. We want to come down this side. We got a whole load that we can tip down here. There's loads of capacity here on the clamp. Bring it up through this way. And that is a big pile of silage. That is a big pile of silage. Come up onto this one as well. Got another million litres here. This is 1.8. I reckon it's probably going to be like 4 million litres in a clamp, isn't it? Because I mean, the standard BGA clamps for the basic game, you're looking at 2 million litres on each of those, aren't you? So this great big heap here, I know that it's not like straight lines or anything. I reckon this is going to be a fair bit higher. Well, bigger capacity, isn't it? Let's bring that up there. And we come... Oh, now I'm stuck. You can just go forward a little bit. There we go. You got to use the power of the machine. You got to use the available power, and there is a lot of available power in this. This is brilliant. Go on, keep tipping. There we go. It seems to be the secret is you start at tipping and then you just got to keep driving, and so long as you can keep moving fast enough, it will keep tipping it out. It does. If it stops tipping for too long, it will start lowering the trailer back down like it's doing right now. But generally, oh, this is fantastic. Who knew that tipping silage out could be this much fun? Come on, round we go, round the case. That poor case can have his work cut out to finish this. It really is. And there we go. Right. And we got another couple 100,000 litres left. No, not even that, just 80,000 litres. 60. Come on, round the corner there. Spin you round. And we come up through. It's fairly standard stuff now. We're going to probably end up tipping the poor tractor over. But this, I'm definitely... Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, mine out the way. The way it's jumping up over the edge of the clamp. That is fantastic. We're getting proper hang time. Yes! Oh, that is brilliant. We've got proper ramp on this now. And we have tipped it. And up we go for another jump. Oh, this is awesome. Right, we're going to go round and we're going to try this one more time. Up round here so that we can jump this once more. This is... I am definitely keeping this tractor. The power that we've got. So the thing with modifying the ones that come straight from Modhub is it's very easy to actually set him back right again to go back to the original mods. And over we go. Proper hang time on that one. Fantastic. Yeah, it's very easy to get to like reset them. If you make a major mistake with it, you can easily reset it. You just log on to the game, go to the mods and allow it to update, and it will put it back to exactly what it's supposed to be. Oh yes. Oh, that is brilliant. Right, we'll put that one there. There we go. And now we are going to attempt to roll the clamp. And this is kind of the big thing now, is it going to work? This is the bit that I'm a little bit worried about, is how well is this going to do it? Because we had major issues with this last time. So what we'll do first, just in case, we're going to click save game. Just in case I got to exit the game, because we've done a lot of work here today and I don't really want this to get completely messed up. So if we lift that one up and it'll push up like that. There's a lot of chaff on this one. Now, I'm hoping that it will just recognize this as one clamp. Now, the reason it was going across both clamps is because I had it starting in the middle of the back one. So I'm going to start it in the middle of this one, like this. I've lifted it up as high as it can go. There we go. So it'll do that. Now, if we go to here, this should, in theory, it should work. So I right click, don't I? And then I've got to select the right. We're already on the right one there, and we're on the right one there. So we can just literally start course recording. We just come forward off the front of the clamp. We've got to find a pause point for it. So we just come down here like this. And then I'm going to drive off over here. And I'm going to stop right there. So that's the pause point. It's got to have a pause point. It doesn't like it when it doesn't. Even if you're not pausing, even if it's just like working away as normal. So we bring that one back, and then I'll bring this one over here, and I need to now line it up with the middle of the clamp, and that's fairly good for the middle of the clamp. So I'll bring it to here, and I will click stop. That's it. So what I did last time was I just moved a tiny bit away from the stop sign. We just come forward a little bit like that. And it should drive the course, in theory. Let's just make sure you got some settings on here. I'm not sure exactly. Right, there's a setting. No. Right, here we go. So I've set it. It's on 4 meters. I think it actually, we could do it less than that. If we go down to 3.5 meters, I think it might work better. Just course players, yeah. Leveling, compacting mode. Blade height, automatic, max speed while pushing. That doesn't really matter. And I think that's okay. I think we can now start. So in theory, it should allow us to go. Yes, it worked. It actually worked. That's fantastic. And this blade has got a capacity of, it's like 20,000 litres, which is really, really good. It means that it'll it should sort of push back and level out really nicely. So if we allow that one to, we'll just watch this one as it works. What it'll do is it generally tries to like level to the back of just the clamp that it's working on. I think it does anyway. I think that's how it's supposed to work. Yes, it's got to the back of the clamp, and then it will lift up and it will pull forward and allow it to empty out as it goes forward. And it does do this bit quite slowly, but it will now just work away on this clamp and do the job quite steadily. Right, if you excuse me, I'm just going to let this watch a minute. I need to just stop and have a quick drink a sec. Right, that's a bit better. And it's now moved over another width. And it wasn't doing this last time. It was like staying with the same bit and then moving over when it got down there. That's because it was recognizing that as the clamp and not this. So it would lower it down. But yeah, it did confuse it a little because we have the two clamps, one after the other. So this is actually going to work out a lot better. It's going to work its way across the full width of the clamp. And just keep doing the leveling and everything. So we'll let that one just keep doing what it's doing now. And it's actually brought this right up to the maximum height up here. It's not going to go any higher, and it will just sort of carry it on forward. So we've got 2.6 million litres of chaff. In that one, it's 10% compacted. This one is 2.7 million litres of chaff, and that is 9% compacted. And you can tell right here that we have done quite a bit to filling it. There's a lot on this side that it could have extra. I reckon that these clamps take 3 million litres each. That's my theory, is that they take 3 million litres each. So let's just jump into the roll-in. I love this roll-in tractor. I think it is absolutely brilliant. Right, this is going to be the big test. What's it going to do now? We could just watch this. How is it going to work the side of the clamp? Because obviously it's sort of pushing right up to the top, and it's wanting to work out to the edge of the clamp, and that has completely thrown it. I'm not quite sure what it's doing now. Some people did say that they've occasionally had theirs working in weird circles and not working as they should. It's kind of, I don't really know why it's doing that. That is a new one. Yeah. Why are you doing that? Maybe it's because I got the working width set wrong. Let's just change that a minute. If I go to that one, is it? No, it's back on there, isn't it? So let's go down. We'll change it to 3 meters. We'll do it when it's back up here. There, 3 meters. There. Nope, it's just going to keep going around in circles. It's because of the unusual clamp. Normally a clamp has got like the sides down through it, so it kind of doesn't like the it doesn't like the shape of the side of the clamp for some reason. That's what seemed, I think that's what has confused it, the actual shape of the clamp. Let's see what it does when it gets to the very end. My question for this week, that massive great big field that we're ploughing up at the top of the map, there we go. So it's done that bit. Now it's going to run forward. I reckon it's probably going to try and do the same right down on the edge of the clamp this time. But anyway, my question for this week is this massive, huge, humongous field that we're ploughing up here. What do you want me to plant up here? Do you want me to put grass up here so that we can do all of that for hay for our cows? And then we'll do sugar beet down here. Or do you want me to do sugar beet in this massive great big field and have a huge sugar beet harvest, and then we'll put grass over in this field over here? Is your vote, is your game. Head in the comment section down below, let us know which one you want and why, and of course don't forget to actually cast your vote in the top right hand corner. Now, where are you going to go, tractor? Which side are you going to go? Yes, it's going to go right over to the very edge this time. And that seems to be the issue with this odd shaped clamp. It doesn't seem to like it. This tractor seems to, well, it's not the tractor, it's the courseplay. Courseplay really doesn't seem to like the fact that it's an odd shape like this. It's going to come forward. Now what's going to do? Oh, it's just going to come and stop. Ah. Right, so it's going to come back over to here. How intelligent is courseplay? This is the big question. Is how much can it do? I see. It's now. What are you trying to do? Courseplay, what are you doing? I think it's trying to get right over to the far side now, and then it's going to work its way back across the clamp again. It's lowering down. And yes, that is apparently what it's trying to do. It's trying to get over to this side, and then it's going to run down that edge of the clamp. And it's going to get all confused and confuddled while it does it. Now it's completely the wrong way round. What are you doing? Yeah, so apparently Courseplay doesn't like this particular clamp. We'll let that one carry on. Right, what we're going to do is I'm just going to let that one play. She seems to be having fun. We'll let her carry on, and if we grab this one here, we'll take our little Ronin, and we're going to go back over to the plough so that we can hitch on, and then I am ready to continue doing a bit of ploughing. We'll leave the trailer there, and we'll go on out to the plough. If you enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.